Hi there. We're going to be looking at a cute little sequence that all comes out of Peter Pan. So this is very beginner friendly if you are a beginner. Of course, you're never doing any of these videos because these are just for me and my own reference for my classes, but this would be a beginner, something I would teach in a beginner class. Thumbs are in, fingers are out. You're going into your standard inversion setup, but you're going to be hooking your right leg through the center and climbing up. So you're not going to come fully back. So I'm just going to show you the difference between what you would do in a standard inversion and what you would do with a Peter Pan. So standard inversion, my head is very much so, or my upper body is very much so perpendicular to the floor. So you can see I'm making like an L with my legs and my body, right? But with Peter Pan, we really want our chest to be more parallel, and our legs are a little further away. Both of my hands are on, and you can see I'm rounding a little bit through my upper back so that my head can look between my legs. I don't cancel me, but I call this hello boys. Because your legs are wide and you're looking through your legs, hello. You can come up with your own terrible names for these. I'm gonna go ahead and hook my right knee, and you see I hooked it over my arm. This can create a feeling of stability sometimes. And it can also create a feeling of, oh no. So you may be somebody that hates this, you may be somebody that loves this. The reason I like it is because I'm hooking over my arm, and then I'm going to remove that arm and extend out. Yeah? My right hand then reaches high above my right knee, and then my left hand reaches high to meet. And then I'm going to be shooting my right leg straight and bending my left knee as I lift my chest through the center. So right leg extends, left knee bends, and here I am in Peter Pan. So just going to show that one more time. Peter Pan is a beautiful pose and really great if you're just starting out because it's not only very pretty, but it leads to a lot of other poses. It is very normal to experience discomfort in your right thigh. Excuse me, I just drank an oat milk latte. I don't recommend having a latte before you go upside down. Thumbs in, fingers out. I come to this position, right? Head is lifted. I'm not letting myself go into my full inversion. I'm keeping myself here. My hands are pretty high. I'm gonna hook over my right arm, right leg through the center of the fabric. My right arm lets go, I extend out, beautiful shape. You could even grab your back foot if you like, right? You could even extend your right leg if you like. Just make sure it's trapped in that right knee. Reach up high with the right hand, reach up high with the left. Lift your chest up through the center, bend your straight leg, straighten your bent leg. Peter Pan. So now, we're here in Peter Pan, and from here, I'm just giving myself a little spin just so you can see me. I'm going to take both of my hands to the left side fabric. So the fabric that is not wrapped around my leg. I'm going to rotate my hips to the sky. From here, I'm going to bring my left leg in front, and I'm going to find a little bit of a mermaid position. Yeah? I can really let my chest rotate down or to the side. You can keep your legs together or apart. That's stylistically your choice. Then I'm going to let my left leg dip towards the floor, really close my chest towards the floor. From here, I'm going to bend both my legs and reach back for them. And then I'm going to take my left leg up through the center and find a back balance. Don't worry, we're going to go through all of that very, very much so on its own. When I'm ready, both hands go to my wrapped leg fabric, and I bring my chest towards that fabric, and then I hip key over to the opposite side. So let's go through. Yeah, because you were probably like, whoa. All right, so from, again, I just want to acknowledge, this is a lot of sensation on the right leg. Yeah? So, I'm gonna start inversion. Chest stays lifted. Right leg hooks through the center. Extend the right arm grabs above the right knee, left arm grabs high. You're going to straighten your bent leg and bend your straight leg. Peter Pan. If you're working on this, I would recommend you work on this. If you're past this point and you're like, I'm ready to add on, great. Both hands are going to travel to the left side fabric, and you're going to take your right leg and you're going to lift it up and rotate it to the ceiling. This is its own pose right here. From here, I'm going to keep my left hand on, extend my left leg through the center, and push my legs together, and I'm coming into a bit of a mermaid. I could bend my knees. I could take my left leg now and rotate it to the floor, rotating my hips with it. And then I'm going to just bring my left leg in. I'm paying attention to the fabric on my back here, and I'm starting to lean back. If you don't feel safe, don't let go with your left hand. If you do feel safe, let go. You can even grab the back leg if you want. When you're ready, you're lifting your chest up, you're holding on with both hands to the right fabric, you're bringing your chest to that fabric, and then you're hip keying over so the right leg is on the bottom. Left leg is on top, coming upright. So that is our little hip key sequence. Something that will help you kind of master this is to think about your hip rotations, right? So a lot of the work is being done by the directionality of my hip. So you really want to think when you're in the fabric, and a good place to start is with that first one, where you go from your hips. Excuse me, Mom. You go from your hips facing forward to rotating so that your hips face up. This is the first rotation. The second rotation happens when you bring your leg through the center and you rotate your hips to the side. The third rotation happens when your hips point towards the floor. And then you bring your leg up and through, your hips rotate back to the ceiling again. Now your hips come back up to the sky, but you're in an upright position. And as you come out, you're going into your standard hip key. So your hips are now facing the floor again. So this is very much about your hips, and it's a great exercise because a lot of aerial is about your hip placement. You're actually letting your hips direct your movement, which is not necessarily something you do just walking around during the day. So if you're struggling with it, I would say go for the first rotation, feel it out. You can come out of any of these moves very quickly by just taking your hands to the fabric that is wrapped around your right leg and bringing your chest through the center. Yeah, you of course have to come upright first, so don't do that when your hips are facing the floor. I would also say I am doing this with a fabric that is hip bone height, so it is very easy for me to bring my feet to the floor and evacuate this if it gets to be too much sensation. Know that sensation is normal, and it lessens over time. Yeah? Okay, hope you enjoyed this one. It's the Peter Pan hip rotation.